Dreamweaver isn't a graphics program, but it does have a small selection of tools that allow you to edit images right inside the Dreamweaver document window. They make irreversible changes to your files, so I like to think of them as an emergency toolkit that should be used only when you don't have access to a dedicated graphics editor, but need to make a quick adjustment to an image. In the exercises site, I've just created a blank HTML page and added an image. It doesn't matter which image you use. And when you select the image, in the Property Inspector, the editing tools are here alongside this Edit label. This first one opens the file in your default editor for the selected file type. If you want to change the default editor, you need to open the Preferences panel. On Windows, go to the Edit menu and select Preferences. On a Mac, Preferences is on the Dreamweaver menu, and the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl-U on Windows, Command-U on a Mac. And then you need to go to the File Types Editors category in the left-hand column. And this pane here, Extensions, lists all the various file name extensions. At the moment I've got PNG selected, and the editors, Fireworks is my primary editor for PNG, and Photoshop is also available. If I wanted to make Photoshop the primary editor for PNG files, just select Photoshop and then click Make Primary. If the editor that you want to use isn't listed in this pane, all you need to do is to click the plus button and then go to the Program Files folder on Windows or the Applications folder on a Mac and select the appropriate program. I'm not going to make any changes, so I'll just click Close to get rid of the Preferences panel. The next icon looks like a pair of gears that edit image settings. If you click that, it opens this dialog box which allows you to change the format and quality of the image. The image that I've got selected is in JPEG format and the quality is 60. Now, although the slider will let me increase the quality, it won't actually do anything. You can't add in information that isn't there, but you can take away information that is there. So if you wanted to reduce the file size by reducing the quality, say, to 30, that would reduce the file size to 6K. But as you might be able to see in the document window, it's degraded the quality considerably. You get a preview of what is going to happen in the document window. I think that the real value of this image optimization is if you have an image that's, say, 0.5 MB or something like that, then you can reduce it to a far more suitable size for a web page. I don't want to save those changes, so I'm just going to click Cancel. The next option along is Grayed Out. It only becomes active if you associate the image here with an original. That's either a PSD file or a Fireworks PNG file. And what this option does is it allows you to restore your image from the original. The next option should be very familiar from any graphics program. It's a crop tool. So if I click that, I can then crop the image, but it warns me that I'm about to perform a permanent change to the image. You can undo any changes by selecting Edit Undo, but if you don't do that immediately, then basically you've changed your original image, and if you don't have a backup, you could be in a serious situation. So let's click OK, and then you get this crop frame around the image, and you can drag in and you can choose which particular part you want to concentrate on. And let's say that's what you want to end up with, then just double click and the image is cropped. Something you need to be aware of is this does, as I say, crop the original image. So if you're using this same image in other pages, the same changes will also affect the other pages that the image is used in. I don't want to save those changes, so I'm going to go to the Edit menu and Undo Crop. The next option is also grayed out. This is resample, so if I use the handles on the edge of the image to resize it, it then comes active and I can resample it, which gives you a better quality image for the resized image. But again, it's a permanent change. So I'm going to undo that, undo resample. You can also use Ctrl-Z or Command-Z to undo. Now, although I've undone the resampling, I haven't undone the resizing, and you can tell that the image has been resized by the fact that the width and the height here are in bold. And when that happens, you get these two extra icons alongside. The check mark fixes the new size as being the permanent size, and this icon here resets it to the original size. When I click that, it goes back to the original size, and the width and height are now shown here, no longer in bold. After resizing the image like that, you might notice that this little icon here, the padlock, is now unlocked. That means you can change the width and the height independently. If you click that to lock the padlock and then change, say, the width to 250 and press tab, the height is changed in proportion, so it maintains the aspect ratio. So let's just revert to the original size by clicking that icon. And the last two tools along here are brightness and contrast and sharpen. So you've got a wide range of image editing options, including opening in an external editor, changing the file format, cropping, resizing, and adjusting brightness, contrast and sharpening. But the changes become permanent as soon as you close the page where you made the edits, and if the image is used in other pages, the permanent changes are reflected there too. So I suggest you use these tools with great caution.